The following program is brought to you in living color.
Do you know the Dave Darren Show?
Hot enough to boil a monkey's bum.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Are you a puffed up?
He used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
It's over. Don't you think it's over?
Aspen.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Here comes the boss fella now.
Dave Darren.
Guys, it is Dave Darren here. You can see, by the way, you can see tonight, no fingers, because I was so rushed to put the show together tonight, because I'll tell you what happened. I'm on here monitoring the web, and last night I was going toe-to-toe with this, no, not toe-to-toe. The guys can't stand toe-to-toe with me. I was on there last night, I was trying to dissect the guy, to see what kind of mental cases this guy's got going on. And it's funny because he said, he didn't want to come on the show, on my show, but his assistant convinced him to come on my show. His assistant must be his mental health counselor, and he calls him his assistant. What a loony this guy is. I spent time last night, I must have texted him for about an hour. I was going to go play poker, which, by the way, I'm going to do tonight. So tonight's broadcast is a little quick and dirty and nasty, but I was going to do poker last night. But I decided to get online because this moron, Tony Moreno. What's his name? Moreno. Moreno. We want no more Tony the moron. I think we should change his name to Tony Moron. I think that's more accurate, guys. But you know what? I put up with him last night. I was trying to analyze him just to see what kind of mental case he was. And I was really trying to, and he's trying to stand toe-to-toe with me with wit and comment. You can't do that with me. If there's one thing I'm good at, I'm not great at this show, but one thing I'm good at is pissing people off. So do not mess with me with wit and sarcasm and try to match. First of all, you can't get me angry, because what I'll do is I'll just outwit you. And Tony here, this nitwit, was outwitted by me, so don't even attempt it. So, this is why I'm doing tonight's show. This is exactly why. And I think the person that said it best was a sci-fi feature that we all know and love. This is exactly why I'm doing a show for Tony tonight.
He tasks me, and I shall have him. I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round the Antares maelstrom and round perdition's flames before I give him up.
Now let's all shout, "Con!" That was a great show, wasn't it? That was one of the best Star Treks with Ricardo Montalban. And then they had one of the remakes of Star Trek with Ricardo Montalban playing Khan with the new actors. You cannot. Don't try to do better than a legend. It's ridiculous. Don't even attempt it. Why do people attempt that? So, by the way, tonight, I don't know if Tony's listening in. He'll probably listen later. But I don't know if he'll be, you know what, I better make sure I don't block him until later on this evening. I was going to do the show tonight, and I was going to show you guys me actually blocking Tony. And the only reason I do that, I didn't block him all this time, just to tell you a little bit of backlash about yesterday. So he comes on, and he starts saying that he came on the show, and a lot of people said, what bad questions the audience was asking him. And I went on and I said, Tony, actually, you didn't answer a single question people asked. Didn't give us any answers at all. So that's why the question stopped, because I didn't get a single answer to the first initial questions. And then he says he comes on the show with so few listeners. And you know what? If you're on such a friggin' ego trip, try to get on anyone else's show. And then he says he's going to bash me. And so I was still going to let him. You know what he expected me to do? He expected me as the administrator of my group, the Dave Darren group that I've got here going on. He expected me to go there and censor all of you guys from saying nasty things to Tony when Tony was the one starting off all the nastiness. But you know what he wanted to do? He wanted to have carte blanche in sending all the nastiness out to you guys. And as soon as you guys got nasty back to him, you know what? He wanted me to censor your asses and block your asses or remove you from the group as a member. Insane. And I let him on there because I figured, you know what? Let's let him see if he can hang himself. And he did. He got worse and worse. I just was curious to see how much anger he wanted. It seems like the guy just wants anger. It seems like he just wants anger, which is crazy. It's funny, I had two crazy people on this week. I had Dusty on with full anger and retaliation and all that stuff. Let's say hello to Richard, Brig, and Richard. That's it. I've got like 8 people here, but only so far Richard and Brig have said anything. Is Tony on hold? He's not on hold. He's probably holding something else, probably a blow-up doll of some type. Let's see. I'm not sure that's real Dave with no rings. You know, that's true. You know, like I said, I rushed to the air tonight. I had to try to put all this material together. I thought I could put it together like in an hour and 15 minutes because I started seeing all this Tony stuff. You know, the reason I'm blocking Tony is not because of all the chat and all that bullshit he was putting out there, but he went on my page and he starts putting up all of these things on my page. And you know what? I let him do it. I would let him do it once. If you want to criticize my show and say what a lame host I am, I'm going to give you freedom to do that. I'm not going to censor you. You can say whatever you want. If you say I suck and I'm horrible at the show, then that is fine. That's your opinion. I'm not going to block you or censor you. But when you do it repeatedly, you know what? It's a little bit too much of repetition. Say it once, then everyone else can chat in and say, yeah, Dave sucks. You can all agree if you want. And I'm not going to block that initial post, and I'm not going to block any of your individual opinions that Dave sucks. But I'm not going to have him splattering constantly on my page as a mental patient, wherever he's doing this from. I'm surprised they give him access to the mental institution that he's at to get online and post all these things. I'm surprised he's got that much. I'm surprised that they let him do that in the mental institution. Remember One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Didn't they limit people to watching TV and all that stuff? I thought they limited people like that. Don't they limit lunatics like Tony from doing that shit? Can't believe it. So let's see. So yeah, so I got rushed on here because I wanted to do something. I thought I could pull it together easily in an hour and 15 minutes, but I could not. To produce the quality show that I do, I couldn't pull it together that quickly. But here we go. I did. This is the This Is Your Life, Tony Moreno, Tony Moron. This Is Your Life. So I know why he kind of got like this because I've seen these little clips. I was able through the Dave Darren engineering staff and documentary staff, we were able to put together these things we found on Tony. So let's play them right now. This is what we found behind the scenes of Tony. Tony, this is your life. Tony Moreno, this is your life. As I said, this is a picture of Tony as he looks now, but through his childhood, through his younger age, he was put on the grass, lovely grass, for his grandmother to change his diaper. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here's Tony doing some woodwork in the backyard with a friend of his. He was very athletic, by the way. Here he is trying to slope down a ski ramp. And in the summer sports, he did also play. There he is as well. You do see him putting tractors away and lawn equipment away. And he's very athletic with golf. There he is at golf. Now, I was very disappointed in his athletic lack of physique here. So he slimmed himself down a bit. And here he is still playing golf, very athletic. And here's him getting in shape. We do see Tony here getting in shape to maintain that thin body that he had. Tony, this is your life. So now I'm going to be very brief tonight as we saw Tony without briefs on a bicycle. But I did write a song for Tony. So let's do it. Let me get out my mic here. I don't have my rings on. Well, I feel like I'm nude now. Just like Tony on the bicycle. I feel like I'm nude. But I wrote, you know, this is what took up the most time, is trying to write quick words and lyrics for Tony's theme song for this evening. So I didn't even rehearse it. I was listening to the tune. I wrote down my words to the tune. It's going to be a first take, good, bad, and different. It's a first go-around of the Dave Darren tribute to Tony. Shall we do it, guys? And how am I going to do this? How am I going to play it, the music, while I do this? How am I going to do that? Because in order to do that, I got to hear the music, But won't I get an echo? I'm not sure. I think what I'll have to do is... it's going to be tricky, guys. Let me think of how to do this technology-wise. I don't want to drop the song. I think I can do it by just reading the words on the screen. Yeah, I think I can do that. I think I have it. I think I got it nailed, guys. Thank God you guys stuck with me. Here we go. Yes. Tony's intoxed. Ain't no surprise. UFO data. We got only lies. Got nothing to say. So you just feed us no clues all the time. Oh, I gave you my mic, gave you the chance. You left us with nothing but a song and a dance. This show is gone, and all we want is your goodbye. First you say they want you, plead how you really needed us. Suddenly we find you're out there with no facts to share. And then we see you on the air. Then we really have you. Nothing you can do or say. We've got to leave you. Just get away. We all know your shit. And that's all I got. I wish I could have written more and done it better. But there we go, guys. That is our farewell to Tony Moreno, who has been plaguing the Dave Darren archives since he got off the air. Oh, I don't need this mic. This is a prop. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this. I have a Jeep Wrangler. It's going to be my new shift knob. I got a skull for the four-wheel drive. I'm going to use this for my shifter. I think it's going to be kind of cool. So let's see if you guys have said anything. This is my farewell show to Tony. Let's see. We got... Briggs says amazing. Sing it to us, Dave. Oh, thank you. Runs of Coolness says I sing good. Well, thank you. What an Actually, the word for that is gomasuri. The Japanese word, I'll teach you guys a Japanese word. The Japanese word for bullshit is gomasuri. And when they do that, they go like this. I don't know why. Like they're mixing something up. They're mixing up bullshit. The word for bullshit in Japanese is gomasuri, all right? Gomasuri is something you'll learn today. Educational part of the Dave Darren Show. So let's see. I'm wooed. You're wooed or I'm booed? Which one is it? So, that's all I got for tonight. I want to go out and I want to play poker. I was supposed to do poker last night. I didn't do it because I was trying to see what kind of a mental condition Tony is in. So I'm going to leave this show up tonight without blocking Tony. And I think tomorrow, I'm not even sure. Should I block him? I should put up, what I should do? I should put up a poll and see if you guys think I should block Tony. Bree says more singing. Actually, I go to karaoke. For you guys that know this or don't know it, in the 70s, the mid-70s to the mid-80s, 10 years, I was actually a musician. I wasn't a singer, by the way. I was a guitar player in a disco band, believe it or not. I am a straight guy that likes disco. I am a straight guy that admits he likes disco. I'm a straight guy. As soon as I was playing in the band, I went straight to the gay bar. But I was one of the few people that really, I dug disco music. I thought it was fun. It was dancing music. You dance with no neck, right? And do you guys remember how disco people danced? No neck, fingers up in the air, and you're dancing, right? You look like who's that guy? You look like Lurch. Didn't Lurch have no neck? I forget. Lurch from the Addams Family, or was that cousin Thing? Someone, and I've got hair like Thing now, don't I? I should grow it longer and just be like Thing of the Addams Family. Addams Family, remember that? Morticia Addams. Everyone compares the Addams Family and the Munsters. There's no comparison. Morticia Addams, the sexiest monster ever to exist. Morticia Addams. I'll tell you, Gomez Addams was always licking the arms when she spoke French. I wouldn't have stopped at the arm. There's no way I would have stopped at the arm. They would have had to take me off the legs, the thighs. I wouldn't have been able to stop at the arms with the Morticia Addams. And it was Carolyn Lindsay, I think, who actually had blonde hair, by the way, and smoking hot Gomez. I can't believe Gomez was planning as Gomez in her quite often, probably. Let's see, what else do we got? Adios, Tony. Bernadette, who's going to be a guest on the show. When are you coming on? Let me take a look at the calendar, and I will tell you when Bernadette's coming on. Bernadette is going to come on, and she's going to talk to us. She was very cool. I think she became a new member of the show not long ago. She's going to replace Tony. It's kind of almost the same. She replaced Tony. Asuka. Now, Asuka is a Japanese name, by the way. Welcome to the show. You missed it. I don't know who any of these people are. Don't worry, you won't get to know them because I'm going to cut them off. And I clicked the wrong button. I forget what I was doing. I was clicking the calendar to see when Bernadette's coming on, right? Bernadette is coming on Thursday, January 9th. We do have Corwin Fabian coming on the day after Christmas, 26th. So we got some stuff going on. If you remember the 19th, which is this coming Thursday, we're going to talk about mind control. I put a poll out there and I was asking you guys what you think about mind control. Do you use your minds to try to do more powerful things with your minds? We're going to talk about that on the 19th. So we got a busy week. And I think we got someone coming on. So we got the 19th busy with mind control and mind strength and mind power. We got Corman coming on the 26th. We got January 2nd. I don't know. Should we do a show on January 2nd? Maybe I think I should. It's the day after New Year's, right? Everyone's back to not back to their work. Hopefully you're not going back to work on Thursday. But if you are, then we should do a show on Thursday the 2nd. Then I said we got Bernadette coming on the 9th. And we got a special coming on Tuesday the 14th, where I'm going to get someone on who was on before when I did a show a long time ago, talking about animals and the way we neglect animals. And I remember he came on and was talking about chickens and stuff like that, the way we treat chickens. You know, chickens, we get the egg from them, we get the chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and all that stuff, and the way chickens are actually abused. So he's going to talk to us about that, and whether you like that topic or not, that's what we're going to talk about. When can I see the backstory behind Tony? I saw his first interview where we were supposed to submit questions, and I haven't heard anything since. Yeah, that's right. We're supposed to do a second show. I guess Ruins of Coolness. Let's see. Where can I see the backstory behind Tony? I saw his first interview, right? We had a first interview, and then we were going to submit questions to him. And then we got whacked out of hand. And I don't know. I was going to actually do that. I was going to submit questions to him, and I was going to give him like the Jeopardy theme song. And I was going to actually play the Jeopardy theme song to get him to give us answers within the theme song duration. And then he'd have to give us a 3-sentence answer in the form of a question, right? But I don't know if we're going to do that. Who knows? The guy's been an irritation to me, and I've irritated him, and I've tried to irritate him. It was intentional. So I don't know. We'll see. Do we still want to get the guy on? I'm going to put up a poll. I'm going to say, do we block him? Do we not block him? Do we get him on the next show, or do we not get him on the next show? I'll do that. I don't think I'm going to stick him on a Thursday night show, and I'll tell you why. Thursday nights we talk about UFOs and paranormal, and I think we're talking to a paranormal person, a guy that is not normal. We're talking to an abnormal person. So do we put an abnormal person on a paranormal show? I don't know if we should do that. I think we should stick them on a Tuesday night so that we can stick to the paranormal and UFOs on Thursday instead of having someone that's abnormal on Thursday. I'm going to put a poll out there and see what you guys think. And whatever you guys say is what we're going to do. All right? I'm going to follow your direction. We're going to do what you want. I'll put up a poll. Probably tomorrow. I don't think tonight. I got to go play poker. I gotta get some cash. I want to win. Poker is a great game. I told you guys I was a musician. I used to be a blackjack dealer in Las Vegas through college years. Blackjack is ridiculous unless you count cards, and you can swing it. Supposedly you can swing it in your advantage by 1%, which is pretty decent to have a game go in your favor by 1%. If you can count cards, and if you can hide the fact that you count cards, you can swing the odds into your favor by one single percent, which is good enough to make some decent money if you know how to bet against that 1%. Poker is better. You know why? Because you're not playing the casino. You're playing other people. Now you have to decide if the other people playing are better than you. So that's a challenge. But if you can find a table where some people are better than you and some people are vastly not as good as you can make some pretty good money by basically picking their pockets. So I'm going out tonight to pick some pockets. And you know why? Because Tony said that any show he comes on, he's entitled to a $10 million payment. So I gotta earn $10 million so I can pay Tony for the first interview that he came on. Can you believe this guy? Can you believe this guy? He didn't answer a single question. I should charge him for the airtime. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. I shall see you guys soon. I don't know if that'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday. It'll definitely be Thursday, but I don't know. I tend to come on a lot. By the way, do I oversaturate you guys? Are you guys tired of seeing me because I'm on way too often? Tony was the guy being held at gunpoint. By whom? I think we should have gotten, you know what we should have done? We should have gotten Mean Gene, the dancing machine from the Gong Show, to kick his ass off the air. That's what we should have done. I should have, if I knew it was going to be that much of a comical attempt at discussing UFOs and paranormal, if I thought it was going to be that bad an attempt, I would have gotten Mean Gene, the dancing machine from the Gong Show with Chuck Barris to bring him off the air. I should have done that. And followed it up with the unknown comic. Remember him, the bag on the head? That's all I got for tonight, guys. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to play poker. So I'll see you guys later on. Let me see if I find my closing song here. Where is my closing song? Where is it? Here it is. See you guys soon. Later.
Do you know the Dave Darren Show?
Hot enough to boil a monkey's bum.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Are you a puffed up?
He used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
It's over. Don't you think it's over?
I'll spit.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Here comes the boss fella now.
Dave Darren.